Welcome to the fourth part of VCAA Math Method 2021 exam paper series. In this video, we will solve exam paper 2, section A, questions 1 to 8. Statistically, most students did well in these first 8 questions. Some students had problems with questions 4 and 7.
Hello, Math Champions! I'm Dr. Chen. If you want to improve your math skills and understanding so that you gain confidence, enjoy math more, and get better results, click subscribe and hit the notification button so that you don't miss anything.
Welcome to this VCAA exam paper series. This is section A of 2021 exam 2 paper. There are total 20 multiple choice questions in section A and 5 extended response questions in section B. In this video, we will present you the first 8 questions in section A. As you can see, question 1 is to find the period of a function y equals tangent pi x over 2. Generally speaking, the period for a tangent function, say tangent of ax, is pi over a. Hence, the period for tangent pi x over 2 equals pi divided by pi over 2, which is 2. So, the answer is B. Question 2 is to find the identical rule for the function y equals natural logarithm of x plus natural logarithm of 2x. Based on the given function, we simplify it using logarithmic addition rule. Hence, natural logarithm of x plus natural logarithm of 2x equals natural logarithm of x times 2x, which equals natural logarithm of 2x squared. So our answer is C. The criteria in question 3 are that a box contains many colored glass beads. A random sample of 48 beads is selected, and it is found that the proportion of blue colored beads in this sample is 0.125. Based on this sample, it asks to calculate a 95% confidence interval for the proportion of blue colored glass beads. According to the given information that n is 48, while p is 0.125, and the interval estimation is based on a 95% confidence interval. Hence, an approximate 95% confidence interval for p is given in the following equations, where the interval is between negative 1.96 times the sample standard deviation and 1.96 times the sample standard deviation. After substituting 0.125 for p, 48 for n, we calculate the interval based on the sample size 48, the sample proportion 0.125, and the 95% confidence interval for the population proportion p, which is within the open interval between 0.031439 and 0.218561. So our answer for question 3 is A. Question 4 is to find the maximum value of the function h of x, which equals x minus 2, or in parentheses times e to the x, given that the domain of h of x is in the closed interval 0, 2. Since the domain of the function is in the closed interval 0, 2, and the rule of the function h of x equals x minus 2, or in parentheses times e to the x, the differentiation of h of x with respect to x equals x minus 1, or in parentheses times e to the x. After setting h prime of x equals 0, we find the stationary point of h of x is at 1, negative e to the x. In order to find the nature of this stationary point, we evaluate the second order of differentiation of h of x at this stationary point. So h double prime of x equals x times e to the x, and h double prime of 1 equals e, which is greater than 0. Hence, the stationary point 1 negative e to the x is a maximum point, as shown in the diagram. To find the maximum value of h of x over the closed interval, we need to check both terminal values. Since h0 equals negative 2 and h2 equals 0, the maximum value of h of x over the closed period 0, 2 is 0 when x equals 2. So the answer for question 4 is B. In question 5, the question is to find how many of the given functions are equivalent to the function f of x equals x, where its domain is a real number. To answer this question, we need to examine each of the 4 functions one at a time. As for A, since f of x equals x, f of negative x equals negative x, which equals negative f of x, which does not equal f of x. So A is not correct. As for B, since f of negative x equals negative x, which equals negative f of x, so B is correct. As for C, since negative f of x equals negative x, which does not equal f of x, so C is not correct. As for D, since the square of f of x equals x squared, which also equals f of x squared, so D is correct. Hence, in conclusion, 2 of the given functional relations satisfying the function f of x equals x, so our answer is C. Question 6 is a binomial probability distribution related question, which is based on a Bernoulli sequence. It states that the probability of winning a game is 0.25, which is independent. The question is to find the probability that he will win exactly 4 times, given that Ben plays 10 games. Since this is a binomial distribution problem, P is 0.25 and N is 10. PR of x equals 4 equals 10c4 times p to the 4th times 1 minus p, or in parentheses to the 6th, which equals 0.145996. Hence, our answer for question 6 is A. In question 7, there's a cubic function y equals x cubed minus ax squared plus 1, and the tangent line at x equals 1 passes through the original point. The question is to find the value of A. According to the given criteria, we need to find the line equation first and then find the value of A. Since the tangent line is at x equals 1, the corresponding y coordinate y of 1 equals 1 minus a plus 1, which equals 2 minus a. Since the derivative function y prime equals 3x squared minus 2ax, the tangent at x equals 1 is y prime of 1, which equals 3 minus 2a. Hence, we have the line equation established. Y minus 2 minus a, all in parentheses, equals 3 minus 2a, all in parentheses, times x minus 1, all in parentheses. Since the tangent line passes original point 0, 0, and they are substituted for both x and y, then a can be calculated, which is 1. So our answer for question 7 is B. Based on the given function graph, question 8 is to determine which one of the 5 graphs matches its corresponding derivative graph. According to the given function graph, it is only defined when x is greater than a. So graphs A, B, and D are definitely not its corresponding derivative graph. So they are out of our table. close look at the graph f of x, it is a monotonic increasing function, which means its derivative f prime of x is greater than 0. But at the same time, we have observed its rate of change itself is a monotonic decreasing function. So we select E for question 8. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to help me make more math content like this. I will see you in the next video.